Yeah, let's just cut that short. It gets annoying after a while. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Left for Random Talk, episode 35. Official 35.
Hello.
Whoa.
What's up?
A little robot-y.
Yeah, I figured as much. The net is not so. Expect
Not very
trouble.
happy with you today.
Yeah. Oh, hello, welcome everyone. Welcome.
Hope everybody had a great Christmas and New Year.
Yes. Because we. No, I'm kidding. It's probably lovely for all of us here.
Yeah.
So yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Well, yeah, episode 35, and the list, and we'll start off with list of topics like always. And yeah, here we go. So our pick of the night is Resident Evil 2 Remastered.
Okay, whoa.
What's up?
Can't understand what you're saying.
How about it? Like I said, I kind of.
Nope.
Am I still back?
Yep.
I really hope I don't have to restart the computer. That would be such a pain.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm stable for now. So yeah, I'll try it again. So the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Nope.
All right, I will be back.
Okay.
I need to reset everything. Everyone.
Yeah, technical difficulties have returned. Oh, I can hear the laundry going crazy in the room. So how's everybody's holidays been? Sorry if I might go quiet for a while. I actually am playing a game in the background just cuz well, I need to. In Warframe, we're rebuilding our dojo, and to do that I need to grind for materials. And a Nitane alert just popped up, and I'm thinking, okay, I have Vauban Prime that I need to build soon. I need all the Nitane I can get my hands on. I can hear the washer in the other room going crazy, but you know what? That's okay. No, it's not just an audio test. What are you doing? I was doing an audio test yesterday. So while we're waiting on him, I'm going to play a little bit of this. I'm not going to have it too loud. No, I'm right here. God dang it. Where? No.
We are dominating.
I've actually not done this map in a long while. Sounds funny. The game or me? Oh. What they're saying in chat, sorry. Oh no.
The enemy have captured.
How? I was right here! Alright. gonna stand here like Statue of Liberty for a while.
We have control of all 4 towers. Message decoded.
Oh.
Leave none alive. Clear out the remaining enemy forces.
I'm only doing like 2 waves of this. Oh. You alright, Tippy? Good.
I have detected another message incoming. Capture and decode the signal. You have captured a radio tower.
I like the new brackets for the Moas, especially the one that I have for Tippy. Or, yeah, Tippy Topper. That's his name. Tippy Topper.
Tower online.
Okay. Oh, god dang it. Get away from there. Somehow that worked. Even with the extra length, they give him coattails.
We are in total control. Keep fighting.
Kind of like those one tuxedos or suits that have like the little tails. You get hentai. You get hentai. Everybody gets hentai. Right, Rev, just let me know when, just say something in a call when you're back. Yes, that's gonna be my indicator. Where? Oh no, what's going on? No, stay away from here. Get off of that. Let me check the stream health. Yeah, audio issues. That's because my mic is busted, motherfucker. And demonetized. Like, literally my audio reset itself in some way. So now I have, my audio settings, like, reset, like, readjusted. In OBS, my audio is practically level with the game. Just so people can hear me.
Not allow the enemy to learn of our espionage. If good work today, not only have we decoded the enemy transmissions, we have also disrupted
Good, night and
their
extract.
communications.
I've already got a piece of Forma building as we speak. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of relic grinding to get more Forma for the dojo. How much more do I need for Bobbin Prime? 3 more 19. 6 more. 6,000. Okay. I love my MOAs. They all have bow ties. No. Okay. See, what else can I do? Wait. Left or right on top just suddenly became a gaming stream again, like it used to be. Don't think I agree with that. Nice. How much more do you need? Let's go with this. This is gonna get crazy very fast. Like, I'm still waiting on LiveBot to announce that we're live. No, I don't think it's gonna do it. Tab. Mute site. Make sure the game's do that. Thanks, LiveBot. Thank you very much. Failed me yet again. Looks like there's frame rate issues. I just noticed that.
We're here in search of lost artifacts and items buried deep below the surface. The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the dig site. There are void fissures in the area.
Come on, Tippy Topper. Let's go.
Open a relic. A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics.
Well, there it goes.
Excavator is ready to go. Keep it powered and protect it from enemy fire. The enemies are reactant. You are going to need more reactant if you want to open that relic.
I mean, almost immediately. Sorry about my frame rate issues. Like, we were set up for for a podcast, not for gaming. So this is a bit weird.
An artifact has been located. Proceed to the dig site.
You'd think they'd clone something a little less ugly?
How much? I'm only at 6 reactant.
Your hard work has just been rewarded.
Hi, Reaper. This is meant to be a podcast. Just we're having technical difficulties and waiting on co-host to come back. You know what? Spawn it, but let's not power it too much.
the unit while it extracts the artifact. The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the dig site.
The Grenier
Okay, that's gonna get on my
has
nerves. Let me go get that. Come here. Mine.
The excavator has lost power.
Yeah.
Another cell.
I'm Davy Jones.
Am I going through now?
Hello, you're back.
All right, good.
You sound so
Audio's
much better
good.
now.
All right, excellent.
Here, I am going to turn off the sound from my game and go back to the podcast. I'll finish this audio and this game and sorry, I will finish this extractor and extract. I am tired.
All right, let me just make some adjustments here. Minor things. All right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It sounds like everything's working. Sorry, everyone, for vanishing.
Yeah,
Hopefully
technical
this
difficulties with
stays.
that. Oh no,
What?
you were starting to dip again.
I don't know why. Well, it seems like I'm still fine. At least the audio quality is telling me that. Is your quality still good?
Just audio issues. That was quite a while ago though.
All right. Good. All right, so I should get back to what I was trying to say?
Yeah.
All right, good. So like I was saying, Resident Evil 2 Remake has shown its costumes. Beta costumes have been confirmed, which is good. From the beta for the original Resident Evil, I should say, the second one. Yeah. Aquaman's director acts like an adult and tells people it's okay not to like my movie. Shocking, isn't it?
Kinda, yeah.
Especially in this day and age. And again, the gift that keeps on giving. Fallout
Oh
7,
no.
Fallout 76, Bethesda, and you're gonna get a kick out of this. Bethesda demands essays from cheaters to get their accounts back.
Wow.
Their ego really doesn't know any bounds. Blizzard stealing people's games for people interacting with their Twitch chats. That's a thing now.
That's weird. Like that is insanely weird because Lycan plays Overwatch all the time.
I'll explain that in a bit because it might have changed as of late. Let's see. Soulja Boy getting slapped down by Nintendo tried to push bootleg Wii's and is now paying for it. That one's getting me. Originally I was going to title that "Washed Up Rapper Trying to Make a Living." Man, but I'm not that mean. Yeah, once again, topic from 2 weeks ago: the rise of no-faced badasses, classic power armored badasses making returns in modern games and comics. Yeah. And 2 last-minute additions. This one I need to actually talk about. Talking about Seed of the Dead, Left 4 Dead, but with anime girls and a lot of sex. Why is this a thing? Alex, we'll get into that. Like, we're not going to show anything, but we are going to talk about it.
I like how you had to say that. Like, yeah, we're not going to show anything, but we're going to talk about anime titties.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh
And
my God.
yeah, And the last one is kind of like an open-ended topic. Is Steam a good platform for upstarting game devs, or is it a sinkhole? So yeah, that's everything for tonight. So let's jump right in. We'll start with Resident Evil 2, since it is kind of a short one. So a bit ago, I believe a few weeks back, maybe a week back, Capcom released some trailer stuff for the upcoming Resident Evil 2 remake. And among it was a lot of costumes for some of the characters, new costumes, like noir setting costumes, which I found kind of cool. Giving Leon and Claire sort of 1960s get-ups and all that kind of thing, which I found very nice, very cool. But what caught my eye and what's caught a lot of people's eye is the Resident Evil beta costume for Claire, beta costume for the female protagonist of that game is actually getting remade and being given to Claire.
Nice.
And this is we talked about this a little while ago. The
race
beta
car,
for Resident Evil.
the race car suit.
Yeah, we talked about that in the beta about Resident Evil 2 and that the things that the beta was doing, but was ultimately cut. And we kind of like said it would be awesome if they brought some beta stuff in. Well, I guess this confirms that they might bring some stuff from the beta. And it's like, wow, this is amazing. Like, really amazing. And if that's the case, again, I'm looking forward to seeing some of the cut enemies from Resident Evil 2's early concept. I want to see those zombie horses, damn it. That was a thing.
I actually forgot that was a thing. Yeah, that was a thing.
They're so creepy too. They're like a giraffe horse hybrid.
So
it's like, go ahead.
You know that movie like long time ago? It was about the Grimm brothers, the people that write the darker versions of fairy tales.
Yeah.
Apparently, I've never seen the movie. I've only seen like one part of it, and I immediately went nope and walked away. Apparently, there was a scene where a horse was freaking out, and a kid approached it to calm it down. The horse's mouth opens, and like out comes like spiders and spider webs, and it eats the kid.
Yeah, I've actually seen the movie, and it's basically in that scene, it is done by the real witch in the setting in the movie, and her whole goal is to steal 12 young girls, kill them, and use their blood to become young and beautiful again.
Wow.
And so so she has a horseman, an actual guy who does her bidding, and he has him going to the town at night and using like witchcraft-based items to ensnare these kids. And one of them is he approaches the horse and he feeds it what supposedly is sugar cubes, but in reality it's spider eggs. And the idea is that the spider eggs hatched, it drove the horse insane. The girl tries to comfort the horse, and the spiders do their part. They just kind of snag her, and then the spiders control the horse and make it run back to the woods so the woodsman can cut it open and get the girl out.
The part that I saw that I went like nope was the gingerbread mud boy. That was freaky and
so
just
weird.
Nope.
That whole movie was just odd and disturbing in every sense of the word.
I like that we went from Resident Evil to Grimm Brothers. What the fuck?
Well, we can blame it to the giant zombie horses.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I know it's never going to happen. Like they're gonna stick to specific models, but I hope that there's a draft horse zombie, just a giant thing.
It would be fun to see. And again, Resident Evil, it hasn't animals. I mean, for God's sakes, the Resident Evil Outbreak Files, like the kind of like pseudo spin-off games around Raccoon City, had zombie lions and a zombie elephant. For God's sakes.
I mean, there was a shark in the middle. Like Raccoon City's nowhere near the ocean. There is a shark.
We could just say it was the aquarium.
I still love Jesse Cox's reaction to like, oh no, we gotta face a shark. Oh no.
It's funny, but still. So that's what's been shown. They've actually shown a few more things off for the remake, including William Birkins. And I'm actually not. I don't like what they're doing with William in this one, and that is you know his arm, right? When you first encounter him, he's got that giant meaty arm with the claws and the eye and the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the classic. It's very obviously that's all muscle and like sinew. That's kind of like just growing like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But in the remake, they're using the skin and texture for like the later game monsters. You know, the very gray fleshed, sort of gooey like appearance. And that's what they're giving it to him. I'm like, that's not right. Like, I don't like it. You know, it just seems like they're trying to censor the gore factor in William Birkins, and I don't appreciate it. It's like, no, give me weird mutated muscle arm.
To quote Ellis from that weird Left 4 Dead cartoon, that's the guy who masturbates all day long. Also, kind of a weird side note here. I just want to say this because I just noticed the notifications in YouTube. Congratulations, Cinnamon Toast Ken, for your second baby.
Oh, good.
Thankfully, it wasn't a Christmas baby. That would have sucked.
Oh, it would have. It really would have.
Yeah. I haven't watched the video yet. I'm gonna watch that after the podcast just to figure things out. But congratulations, dude.
All right. Yeah, congrats.
I wonder what they're gonna name them. Because I remember Mary saying that they're gonna name their kids after the Ninja Turtles in some way.
Oh, Jesus.
So their current baby, their little girl, Layla, was supposed to be Leo, like Leonardo or something like that.
Oh my God. Best parents ever.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, they've got like what 3 other names to pick from, and if it's another girl, then you know.
Well, they alter the names a little bit, so.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's really easy to alter those names, so I'm sure they got it going. It's just I'm curious now. What did they like toss a coin and go with that name or something?
I remember they talked about it in one of their blogs. I don't remember.
All right. Anyway, but yeah. So far, going back to topic, so far that's everything for the beta so far. There's still a lot of new things that could come with it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. Please note, I'm not buying this game day one or pre-ordering it. I am waiting for everything to all the hype and everything to die down before I get anything. I am a smart consumer that way. Anyway, let's move right on to our next bit of news, and that is Aquaman's director is acting like an adult. And by that I mean he's actually not attacking the fans for once.
Yay!
Not him specifically. I mean, a director's not attacking the fan base. Shock, day to be remembered. But so, as everyone knows, in this day and age of, or I guess we can say the previous year of 2018, the year that directors and people who make things basically just started attacking their fan base because they just hate us now, I guess. In the case of the man who killed Star Wars, Rian Johnson, yes, I'm still angry about that. He has come. I'm sorry if you hear things in the background. My dog is having a night.
We're not hearing anything.
Well, he's starting to do his little barking again. Poor thing.
All I can hear right now is that Twister is on upstairs.
All right. But yeah, so as we all know, basically Rian Johnson calling the people who watched The Last Jedi and complain about it, man baby, title, yada, yada, yada. And this has been a thing going on in the industry as of a while now. Basically, directors, movie creators, whatever you want to call it or name it, people just calling their fans entitled babies and everything because they don't enjoy the shit movies or the bad quality products they release. And so instead of being adults about it, they just act like kids.
Oh,
And
so
yet
like
Aquaman's
Michael Bay with Transformers and how shit.
exactly, which ironically enough, the latest movie that came out, Bumblebee, has actually outdone the other movies, and that's
Yeah.
only because they brought back the classic art style, and no one has let Michael Bay live this down.
Yay!
I find it comical because before, when he was making the previous Transformers movies, he redesigned all the Autobots and Decepticons because fuck you, I want to make this me because I know best because I'm fucking Michael Bay. And people didn't like it, so he was just being a prick about it. Now people have been spamming his Twitter nonstop about how much this new movie's making and how much they love the classic art style. They're even memeing him now, and I love it.
Yeah.
So, if on the off chance that Michael Bay hears this, which I doubt, by the way, I
Yeah,
want to say
I
that
doubt.
I want to say this: you're a fucking idiot, and you deserve to get shit on. Enjoy the tomb you've made. Anyway,
I mean, it's
but no,
not just the fact that Michael Bay shits on the fans and like completely ignores what was put in the in Transformers world. He destroys actors and actresses, specifically actresses.
careers.
He destroys them. Like, we all remember Megan Fox, and the media says that she's like an insane actress. She's crazy. No, Michael Bay was being what's the word? He was being really creepy with her the entire time
Devious.
they were filming.
Oh, I don't doubt it. And she even equates him to being a Nazi and everything. I'm like, yeah, that about do it.
I mean, Michael Bay can have his explosions. You're just not going to get support from me.
Michael Bay believes that explosions are actually plot progression. It's like, no, you're being stupid now. But basically, so as we all know, the Aquaman movie came out a bit ago, I think. Again, like a few weeks, maybe a few days, whichever. I don't pay attention to the shit anymore. Just like you, who is tired of superheroes, I've grown tired of the superhero movies.
I bought my brother Justice League for Christmas, and they watched it like 2 nights ago. Surprisingly, I didn't hear a damn thing. Like, they were watching the movie upstairs, and oh, the baby's so cute. And they had my dad's speakers on. Like, again, my dad is an engineer. He can't do simple things without making it go crazy and be extra about it. So these speakers shake the house, and I didn't hear it.
Well, that's because actually, Justice League movie at my father's place, we had a similar situation where here's the funny thing: we were in a small room, right, just watching it all together, like in his bedroom, because that's what he kind of likes to do. He likes to get us all comfortable in one little place, turn on the air conditioning on a hot night, and watch a superhero movie. And while we were watching it, we couldn't hear shit. We had to keep raising the volume, and we were just like, "The fuck is going on? Why can't we hear anything?" It was just so weird. And I think it's because all the actors talk too low. I think, anyways. But no, basically, as we all know, the Aquaman movie came out, and so far, no one's pissed with it. No one's angry. No one's like saying it's a terrible movie. People actually seem to enjoy it and claim it's a good movie. At least that's what the general consensus is.
Currently,
And that's kind of
the biggest meme about it is the girl with the red hair and a fork.
funny.
Just let it stew, let the gears turn. I'm hoping people who hear that understand what the joke is.
Yes. But yeah, isn't it ironic that Batman and Superman fail to gather people's excitement, and yet Aquaman, the one that everyone just routinely shits on, is the one that does the best in the box offices?
I do wonder how Robot Chicken is going to address it.
Oh, it's going to be hilarious. I mean, when the Superman versus Batman movie, Robot Chicken spoof of how little fucks Batman gives. I'm not joking about that either. He does an entire elaborate setup just to say how much he doesn't give a fuck about anything. Like literally, there is a vending machine. No, there is in the beginning. He basically throws a bag to Superman that says, "Inside that bag are all the fucks I give." Superman opens it, it's empty. And the Batman's like, "Oh, well, shit, I'm going to go to the fuck store. They're open till 9. Oh, no, it's 9:02. Then the whole bit with over to the right, he sees a vending machine with the word fucks on it and says, "Oh, look, a vending machine, and there's one fuck left." And then immediately tries to get it out of the machine with $1. It gets stuck. And my favorite bit in that whole entire sketch is, "Oh no, the fuck got stuck." That's so stupid. And when Superman's like, "Okay, I've had enough of this," and just flies away, a guy with like one of those push carts for like food, the little push trolleys, comes out and starts saying, "Get your fucks here, fresh hot fucks, 2 for $1." And he immediately says, "No, no, no, dude, it's fine. He's gone." It's like I'm picturing him just having bought an entire invented an entire fictional product and company just called Fox just for this whole bit.
Well, he's rich
And
enough to
since
do it.
Exactly, and because he's so fucking rich, I'm pretty sure he did it. But no, but basically, I'm sure they're gonna do something like that for the Aquaman movie. I'm pretty sure, but it's funny, is what I'm saying, that this movie does better than these other ones combined.
The baby's name is Raphael.
Oh, good.
Or, yeah, Raphael. I'm not even going to correct myself.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
The entire time you're like praising Aquaman, I'm watching Cinnamon Toast Ken compare this newborn baby to fucking Palpatine. You're like zooming the camera in close, it's like, he has the dark side. Like nobody can hear it, luckily. It's muted, but
it's still funny. But anyway, so there are some people obviously who don't like the Aquaman movie. There are some people who say it isn't that. What is it, dog? Like, go. Sorry, the dog just kind of came. He's like, "Please give me attention." Anyway, but yeah. So there are people who don't like the movie and everything, and there was actually a bit of a fight between people who like the movie, people who don't like the movie. And the director immediately came out and said, "Look, if you guys don't like my movie, that's fine. You have the right to enjoy it or dislike it, whatever. But don't attack other people because they like it or they don't like it. Just everybody be mature and sensible about it." And guess what? After he said that and after he did that, the arguments and the fighting stopped. People were like, "Well, shit, if we can enjoy it, there's no reason to be dicks about it." Amazing, isn't it? How acting like an adult actually gets shit done instead of antagonizing your fan base to hate you and then question why your product's failing miserably.
Yeah, Bethesda.
Isn't that a novel concept? It again, all this shit like the She-Ra reboot bullshit could have been avoided if people just acted like fucking adults. By the way, speaking of which, can I just say that reboot is absolutely atrocious, like in every sense of the word.
Reboot? Which one? What?
They made a She-Ra reboot.
Oh, the cartoon?
Yeah.
A lot of people like it.
I tried to sit down and watch a clip of it, and the sheer amount of lol, random humor, and incredibly annoying voice acting grated on my hearing so much that I just basically I tapped out there and said, "Fuck it, we're done."
I mean, you've seen the original She-Ra, right?
Yes, I know. I'm fine with camp and shit like that. I'm not saying the other one was a masterpiece. No, it's just
it wasn't.
No. But
what do people remember of He-Man? The Ya Ya song.
That and the weird obsession with hot pink for some reason.
And also, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly, but I'm not saying the other one was a masterpiece or anything. But at least I could sit down and probably watch an episode of the classic and not want to rip the main character's head off.
Oh no,
This
during Christmas, I went upstairs, I walked around, I noticed that my family was watching the Christmas special of He-Man and She-Ra. I wanted to break the TV just after like 2 seconds. Like,
jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Like the only thing I think I could enjoy from the classic He-Man is, and flat out, Skeletor's constant use of the word boob. And that's it. Yeah, this cracks me up. It's like a weird skeleton man says boob. Why is this funny?
How is he even able to say it? He doesn't have any lips.
I don't know. I mean, even Robot Chicken made a joke about that where he starts crying. He says, "Wait, I have tear ducts." It's so stupid.
There's a funny comic on Tumblr. I've lost it a long time ago. Of Skeletor and all of his minions and companions playing D&D, and Skeletor is playing as He-Man, and he I don't know who it is, like some guy with like a spiky helmet or something, and he's the dungeon master, and like
that narrows it down easily.
I don't remember. I just know that he's green.
Oh.
But anyway, Skeletor like rolls a d20 to see if he has the power for his sword. The dungeon master goes, "I'm sorry, you do not have the power." It shows Skeletor with like a really sad face. He's like, "Aw."
Exactly. But that's the point. It's like, that's fine and everything. It's just when I tried to see this reboot from like multiple different clips and tried to turn my brain off, it's so bad. Like my problems are this: the voice acting work, they need better direction. That's one of my the big issue. Second, animation is so lazy. Like we're talking cookie cutter lazy. I don't enjoy that either.
Oh, are
And
we
third-
talking like a Powerpuff Girl reboot lazy?
Very similar, yes.
That was terrible.
Oh, and the character designs of everyone just makes me no. It's like I'm seeing half of these people and their like armor and getup designs, and my immediate thought is, all I need to do is shoot you here, here, and here, and we're done.
Again, original She-Ra was just bad for that.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Like I'm not saying either or has practical costume design. It's just this is supposed to be taking place in like a pseudo more modernistic or whatever setting, like with technology and weaponry. So you would think that they would redesign the characters to be more practical, but no, everyone's just as fucking stupid as they were in the 80s, if not worse. No, and what's comical is, I kid you not, apparently, supposedly the main protagonist used to be part of the bad guys team and had the rank of captain, and yet acts like a complete and utter idiot. And my immediate thought of this is, okay, so the ranking system and the hiring practices for this entire evil little army is so pathetically low. You make stormtroopers look competent.
So what are your qualifications for this job? I just learned how to tie my shoes. You're hired.
No, it's like, can you stand? Yes. Can you breathe? Yes. Okay, you're on.
It's like I've been recently getting into EDF5. It's like the beginning. You're a civilian and you're already decked out in armor and shit, and they just give you a gun.
Exactly.
Like there is no intelligence in that game, but it makes it good. But that can't be said. The same can't be said for a cartoon.
Exactly. I mean, I play EDF 4.1, which is basically every EDF ever made, and I have fun with that for just how retarded it all is. I'm like, I'm still having fun with this. I can turn my brain off and enjoy this. A cartoon like this nature, I can't. Everyone is stupid, and I want to hurt everyone. Plus, everyone's design looks like they just came out of high school, and it irks me. It's like,
I just
why
like
is this the case?
I just like in the beginning of like EDF5, there's people screaming in horror. He goes, "Nah, it's just a joke. Don't worry about it." Then gets eaten. Like the entire time people are screaming in horror and you can hear the gunshots and explosions, he's just saying that it's all just a joke. And completely calm.
No, it's just everyone. I hate you all. I hate you all so much. I want to. It's like, I'm like just seeing everyone's design, seeing all these characters.
Yeah.
I just want to throw you all in the dumpster and say to the person who designed all this shit, get back to the drawing board, you incompetent fuck.
But getting back on topic, I think the thing with Aquaman is it's all based on how he is presented.
Oh yeah, the actor does an amazing job.
Oh yeah, yeah. The old cartoon, he was a blonde dude in like a onesie, and it's that old cartoon style, like Hanna-Barbera style. It's rather crappy. It looked terrible. It acted terrible. They reused assets all the time, all the damn time. It was, in a sense, absolutely terrible, and that's why people make fun of him so much. Because just with that presentation, they immediately assume, okay, this character is useless.
Yeah, it's mostly due to the what was the name of that cartoon where all the superheroes work together in Justice? Like, what was it called? Like the Justice Friends, like something like that.
Justice Friends, Justice League. I used to watch it all the time.
But that's my point. It's just this stems from the stink of, in that show, Aquaman was basically useless, and everybody else watched it for Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, but never Aquaman, because Aquaman in the show was pretty much useless. And yet, you heard that, right?
Yes. Was that a train or a truck?
Yes, I live nearby a train track. It's like, yes.
Lucky you.
Yeah, not so lucky when I have to sleep, though.
It would take me like 10 or 20 minutes to walk over to the train tracks from where I'm at.
But that's basically it. But then you have other shows like, like the Justice League cartoon that came out in the 2000s period, roughly, give or take.
The one that got a little bit gritty and dark. Time. Oh,
the one
man.
where it had, the one that had Aquaman actually being badass.
Yeah. But like with him, he was missing a hand and only had a hook.
Yeah, but that's the point but I actually found that more, not just interesting, but it made, when you see why he removes it, it's like, wow, he really is badass. Again, that still is in my head. And to this day, whenever someone says, oh, Aquaman isn't that badass, my immediate thought is, let me show you the scene where he cuts off his hand to save his kid. And you tell me if you could do that.
Yeah, if he was so willing to do that.
Exactly. And I think that's what they drew inspiration for this movie, because he acts almost exactly like the one in that cartoon, almost, anyways.
I think another thing is that the old Aquaman, the really crappy one, he didn't have a home at all. He didn't have a place to stay. He rode around on a fucking seahorse, and that was it. And he had like a companion, and that was it. That's all he did. Roamed around.
And did nothing.
He called in whales, he called in sharks and all that jazz, but otherwise, there was no structure to the character. He was just a random wandering hero that was meant to be a superhero.
He's basically like he was the sidekick for the entire group, basically.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
And that is the version of Aquaman that Robot Chicken makes fun of, that everybody makes fun of. Because he is terrible. It got to the point where SpongeBob made a joke about him and it stuck.
What, Mermaid Man?
Yes. They're designed to look just like him, somewhat.
It still cracks me up, though. It really does. And not just...
As much as as much as I didn't care for SpongeBob, I am sad that it's no longer. Oh wait, no, they're gonna keep making it because it makes them money.
Yeah, but I guess we could say the original.
Yeah, the good stuff. The good
mindset.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's over. Now we just have cookie cutter crap. But no, what I wanted to say is that it sucks because I actually do like Aquaman. I like the concept and everything. Hell, he even has some of the more interesting villains, in my opinion. Fucking Black Manta. The motherfucker is a bastard in a predator suit, basically. That has laser eyes for some reason. I don't get that design choice. I really don't. That seems incredibly impractical and more dangerous, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the funny thing about it too is that a lot of times they point out Black Manta. Every time Black Manta has ever been in an Aquaman thing, like any show or anything of that nature, they always make the guy the most disturbing / evil motherfucker in the entire thing. And it's amazing. Hell, even in the what was it? In the Injustice game, the second one that came out, the guy is a murderer, and his justification of it all is that Aquaman killed my father, so I'm just gonna kill everyone that I see because fuck it, the world is unfair. Like that is taking it to the extreme, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just saying, it's like you want to really hurt the guy, kill. There, you're even. Just saying. Just saying. You know, just casually. Just saying.
Yep.
Actually, you know what I find funny? And I kid you not. The original like thing for Black Manta was some like at the time that was political dynamite, and I mean it. Like you ever heard of it, right? No? What Black Manta like in the cartoon basically, and even in the comics at the same time. Basically, Black Manta's name wasn't just a random pick. No, he was actually
that
black.
guy. Oh my god. I remember him.
Yeah, with the bubble. Yeah. But no, that basically his name wasn't just because manta rays typically have a black top bit. No, it was because he was actually black, and to escape racism and everything in America, he wanted to found a new country under the sea for black people. But instead of doing the rapture thing, he basically is like, "Oh, Aquaman has an underwater kingdom. I'm gonna steal it." Yeah, it's like, good job. You could have made someone sympathetic, but it's like, fuck it, now he's a villain. And what's amazing is that every incarnation of Black Manta keeps that detail about him, which I find very interesting. Yeah, that's him.
Oh yeah, no, I remember him from like the Justice League cartoon.
Exactly.
I mostly remember him when Adult Swim would make very funny, very shitty commercial break animations between each episode of their cartoons. And one of them was like the Justice League, and like Black Manta was sitting there at the table as they're waiting very patiently for one of the guys to get the fuck out of the bathroom. And then when he came out of the bathroom, he started like insulting everybody.
Oh, that's funny. But no, I'm gonna be completely honest. The suit design they gave Black Manta for this movie is like that is it's cosplay worthy. Basically, it's not like the very expensive Hollywood crap they make. No, it's like this. You could make this at your own home, basically. And I think that was done on purpose.
Well, nowadays, when someone says like this suit, this thing, or whatever it is cosplay worthy, it's going to be good. Because cosplaying has gotten so far over the years, to the point where it's pretty much beyond Hollywood quality.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is that the costume for the movie, like, you could see it right now. You could probably make this in your own home. It's not that it wouldn't be that difficult to make, I think. I
no,
think the only
definitely not. Like, I'm not saying I would do it, but my dad has like a 3D printer at work, and he uses it for whatever the fuck he wants.
it's like I'm going to make. Let me see what I want today. I
Well,
immediately 3D prints one.
for Christmas, like 2 or 3 years ago, he attempted to make 3 little creepers from Minecraft. They look absolutely terrible, but I love them so much. And they're scattered all over the place now. I can't find them. Like, I have one on next to my bed. I think I have one down here next to my rubber duck.
Oh.
And I have another one wedged into the rest of my rubber ducks. But he made like 3 crappy little creepers that I absolutely adore. And then he made an attachment for a phone that was actually really useful. It looks like a phonograph, that curved trumpet.
Yeah.
He made that, and he measured his own phone for it. So when he puts his phone in there to watch a video or to listen to music, it's amplified immediately, and it works.
Impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressive.
Like, not kidding.
But,
My dad is an engineer. He didn't want to be, but, his dad was an engineer, and now, boom, he's an engineer.
And is now making amazing shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but no, basically what I want to point out is that this costume, you could make it at home. It's just, you would probably, the only thing I think you would have a problem with is the helmet and the goggles. But even then, you could probably solve that really quickly or easily. And that's the thing.
What you could
Go ahead.
do with that is you take like a soda bottle or something like that, like one of the big 2 or 3 liters, and you take like a heat gun or a hair dryer, and you just set it over a curved shape, something with the same contours as it, and you just blast it with heat and make sure it's like a red bottle, like a Mountain Dew Code Red, because those bottles are red. You just heat gun it and it'll mold into that shape. You just cut for what you need and just keep heat gunning it to get that shape.
Fair enough. Hold on. Hello to Connor. Yes, we are very happy.
Hello, Connor Grady. Welcome to the shit show.
But,
wait, no, you didn't subscribe, so never mind. Welcome to the stream.
Fair enough. Anyway, but no, I do want to point this out as well, going to the Injustice games for a second. They made a lot of crazy helmet designs for Black Manta for that game.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them.
Like almost Warframe level, kind of design. It's like, why would you make all this? But it's also amazing. I want one. No, you know what my absolute favorite one is? Out of those entire designs? Like, hold on, let me show you.
Is the one that is it the one that curves up?
I already have it, so I might as well put it. This one.
Oh yeah, that's the one that curves up. I'm looking at the same thing.
I love it. I want this so bad.
You know what? You know what? Because I'm using DuckDuckGo instead of Google. Because fuck Google.
Hold on. So, one second. Grady, this is a talk show where we talk about anything pop culture related: movies, games, comics, you name it, we talk about.
Yep.
Sorry, we're kind of going on a side rant about Aquaman because it was on our
I'll
topics.
bring the list down so you can see what topics we're talking about right now. But like right now we're on a bit of
a we're a bit of on a side tangent, but we'll cover it up quickly.
What's funny is that I'm looking at the exact helmet on DuckDuckGo, but for some really weird reason, it's saying alien helmets and assless chaps. The best Black Manta gear. I am concerned.
Oh god, that sounds like this erotic shit someone's done somewhere. I'm willing to bet.
I do not doubt it one bit.
No, you just have sexual role plays with your significant other by your pool or the beach, and they're just wearing the Black Manta helmet. I'm sorry, I'm kind of picturing that now.
Well, now people can imagine actual Aquaman. Oh damn.
There you go.
I'm not gonna deny it. That guy looks good. I mean, I feel kind of bad for him because that's dieting and starving himself practically, but dear God.
No, I'll give this to the Aquaman actor. He did an amazing job, I feel. It's just the writing for his character really does come off as they're trying to copy Thor. That's the only thing I would say is the issue here.
Oh.
I say as an issue, I'm not, again, let me stress this, I'm not harassing or saying that the Aquaman actor brought a poor game. No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the writers did. They're probably shit. Actually, no, I need to say this. There's some guys I watch called World Class Bullshitters, right?
Mm-hmm.
They mentioned the DC Cinematic Universe and how, what is it, Rob Schneider or Dan Schneider? Something like that. Like the guy behind the DC movies or the guy making them. His daughter passed away, you know. And again, my heart out to the guy. I feel terrible. But they made a joke about it that the only reason why Warner Brothers can't fire him because he's like destroying their movies is because his dead daughter's ghost is haunting the Warner Brothers studio, and they need to hire the Ghostbusters to get rid of her and her father for some reason.
What the? What?
No, it's horrible. I know it's horrible,
What?
but it's like I know. Oh god, no! It was one of their jokes, like the just terrible movie making 101, and it's done because of his. I don't know. I can't translate how they put it, but that's the gist of it. He and his dead daughter are haunting Warner Brothers Studios so he can keep his job, basically. Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. Again, please note, I am not making fun of the daughter. Let's get that out of the way, people. I'm just saying it was a terrible joke and it made me laugh. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay then. Aquaman movie. Right, if you like it, then that's great. If you don't, then that's fine. Just don't shit on people who like to enjoy things. Like this has actually become like an argument on Tumblr. Don't be a dick to somebody who enjoys anything, really. Like somebody is super happy. Don't go raining on their parade just because you are having a bad day. Let someone enjoy things. I like cartoons. I like kids' movies. I love Captain Underpants. I don't give a shit about superhero movies. I don't want to hear about it. I don't care for it. But I'm not going to take a shit on people who enjoy it. I bought a superhero movie for my brother, who I hate. But you know what? I am fine with it, because it's something he enjoys. I don't care. He bought me a Godzilla t-shirt. He doesn't like Godzilla at all. But he doesn't shit on it. He doesn't care. Just leave it alone.
Exactly. And like I said, I feel like this. If you dislike something, attack the thing you dislike. Don't attack the person defending it. Have a debate with them, sure, and talk and argue about it, fine. Don't start being a prick about everything because you don't, either because you hate the person or because you're losing the argument. The moment you devolve
the world is shitty as it is, and America is like slowly starting to fix their mistake. We don't need to be reminded all the damn time.
Yes, and like I said, the moment you start attacking someone personally, an argument of like anything that has nothing to do with, lost the argument. You've conceded there. I will take a look at that shirt later. Anyway, but yeah, I think we've had enough. I think we've had enough angry ranting for a few seconds. So let's move on and to our usual punching bag, and that is 6.
Oh boy, we've talked about this one so many times.
But you know what? Because they keep fucking up.
But it's because they're giving us content. That's the best part. They're giving us content.
It's like watching a train wreck occur over and over again, and you just keep, at this point you just want to keep watching and see how long they can keep destroying.
It's like in movies where they have a very long train crash into something, you can't help but watch all those individual cars move in a different way as it crashes into something. But it's in slow motion, and it's just so entertaining.
Exactly. So let's get into it. Basically, as of right now, or as of a bit, Fallout 76, basically, Bethesda hates modders, as it is. They hate the fact that people can convert their shitty game and make them palpable. And so people use a lot of third-party programmings to help change the for modding, to help change things like graphical overhauls or improve character designs, things of that nature. Now, I need to stress this. These mods were not in direct violation or attack of the game itself. Nobody was doing things to, get a leg up on their opponents or get more shit. No. They were, from what I've read, these were just graphical overhaul mods that were transferred from Fallout 4 to Fallout 76. So the cheat engine, or the anti-cheat detection software, whatever you want to call it, registered these mods as software tampering or things of that nature. And so it started banning people left and right and everything. And unfortunately, a lot of people, innocent people, got caught in the crossfire. Now, you would think Bethesda would do the smart thing and say, okay, look, let's review the ones that clearly broke the rules and let's let the others go. Normal, decent people shit, right?
Nope.
No. Basically, they want to teach all cheaters and all modders a lesson. And so in order to punish them even further, it isn't just enough to get your account banned for a shitty multiplayer game, by the way. It's like, oh no, I can't play this crap game anymore. Whatever will I do? No, it isn't just enough of that. They are forcing people, or cheaters in quotations here, to not only not only take the not only take the loss on their account, but they're also forcing people to write an essay. And this is the topic I find hilarious, by the way. This is the kicker. On why cheats are bad for games. It isn't an essay like why I cheated or why I feel terrible for cheating. No, why cheats in general are terrible for games and you're the person for using them.
What is this, the 6th grade?
Exactly my thought. It's like, I'm sorry, do you really think you're so high and mighty that you get to teacher everyone in the world? Is that what you think you are? Well, guess what, fucker? Not only are you being an idiot, people are going to start leaving your game in droves, dumbasses.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened sooner.
No, apparently, from what I've been seeing, people who have ordered the game are leaving. And it's not like a sudden exodus. No, it's more like a slow decline, but not the type that can be ignored. It's a weird kind of like, it's serious, but not enough for people to say, look, it's dying out kind of serious. If you get what that means. No, and you know what's even worse? I kid you not. You know what? Let's bundle this in with this news as well, because fuck it. So Bethesda recently created their own soft drink based on the what's the word? Based on the one of the Nuka-Colas they have in the game called Nuka-Cola Dark, and they made it into an actual alcoholic beverage. So here it is.
Oh boy, I'm so excited.
So you see that, right? You see the bottle right there?
I'm not gonna lie, it looks good.
Yeah, that's the bottle you're supposed to get. So you think it's made out of glass, right?
No.
That's the actual bottle. No, that is a plastic shell with the actual bottle inside. In fact, I'm going to just find the actual bottle.
How small is the actual bottle?
Let me see. Let me find it. Ah, God. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So the shell itself is huge, but the bottle it's not super small, but it can clearly fit in your hand, kind of small.
It's not worth it.
And you'll see.
Wow.
Yeah. That's not a very impressive bottle.
That's not a very impressive image either.
I'm sorry. When I type in Nuka-Cola Dark, the game version, not this crappy marketing shit.
Essentially, for people who don't know, there's like a half an inch, quarter of an inch of space between the shell and the actual bottle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too big. It's like the size of your average Coca-Cola bottle.
Yeah, and the bottle, basically the plastic. Hold on, I'm lagging out. Give me a second. I'm trying to find a good image for this.
Yep.
Bucket. Shoot. But basically, this entire thing was marketed for the bottle. People wanted the actual glass rocket ship based bottle. That's what people wanted. And instead, they're getting a plastic shell with a bottle inside. A bottle that, by the way, let me point this out. It doesn't even fit the shell properly. So when you pour it out in its shell, you're spilling like half of the pour.
Boo.
You're better off literally removing the plastic shell and just getting the bottle out. People have pointed this out, that the bottle is such a failure. The shell is such a terrible failure in design that they're losing this precious dark rum, which, by the way, apparently people say it tastes like a watered down rum type, which is just hilarious. So not only are you getting a shitty plastic bottle with a shitty bottle inside, you're getting watered down liquor, which is worse.
I remember the last time we talked about Bethesda, I compared it to quicksand, like the quicksand mentality. This is not quicksand anymore. This is like Hollywood quicksand, where you're gone immediately.
Exactly. They are just fucking over and over and over. And it's comical. By the way, guess how much they're asking for this shit? $80.
So
$80 for a plastic shell.
Watered down rum, huh?
Yeah.
It's essentially grog.
Pretty much, yeah.
Grog is like I'm reading the description for this, and like grog does not sound very appealing. It is made with water and rum, and that's it.
And of course, so basically, Bethesda's trying to stop the bleeding and claiming that they're not responsible for the bottling company that did this. And I'm immediately saying, motherfucker, you are. You. By the way, let me stress this. By the way, they postponed the initial release of the Nuka-Cola Dark because it, quote unquote, didn't fit Fallout standards. And yet this plastic shell with a bottle inside fits your standard. You colossal dipshits.
In the meantime, Todd Howard just sitting there amongst the wreckage and fire going, this is fine.
Exactly. It's just, I want to hit everyone over. This idiot. And you know that this shell is gonna this drink and this shell is gonna wind up in thinking. You know that's gonna be what happens next.
I mean,
Right.
I'm excited to see what the quote unquote fans are gonna do with the bottle. Like, they're gonna come up with creative stuff with that shell of a bottle.
Okay. No, what's funny is that apparently there are a lot and fan sites that actually create and sell Nuka-Cola, like the actual stuff with an actual glass bottle. You don't need to buy this shit. You can literally go to the third-party site and say, "I want to order a 12-pack of Nuka-Cola." Boom, it's there in the Fallout style bottles. By the way, this and you would know. There's even what is it? There's even fucking Nuka-Cola quantums that are actually sold in an actual bottle. By the way,
not only that, Nerdy Nummies shows you how to make Nuka-Cola and bottle it yourself.
It just this wasn't necessary, and yet you've now dug yourself into a deeper pit. Congratulations, you are fucking up. This is beyond spectacular at this point. So not only do you have a shitty essay that you were asking people to write because you think your game is so important, which, by the way, they have Steam, they have Fallout 4. They can go and play that, you idiots. So it's hilarious. The Outer Worlds cannot get here fast enough.
I am now concerned about the new Elder Scrolls that's coming out.
It's going to be on the same fucking engine, and it's going to be Skyrim 3.0. That's what it's going to be. Like I said, I can't wait for the Outer Worlds to come out and for Obsidian to quite literally Bethesda out of existence. I cannot fucking wait. It's just Todd, you and your company have your only saving grace now is
I'm looking up Todd Howard memes now because that's the only thing.
Don't forget you're here for a dumbass. No, we're not. We can walk away anytime we want.
Which is sad because I want Skyrim for my birthday.
Oh wait, hold on. Here. Wait. I found a good image that shows the rum compared to the bottle. Here it is. I was looking for this for a while. Look at.
Oh, what the fuck?
You see how small this is compared to the fucking bottle. This is ridiculous. No self-worthing fan will buy this. By the way, there is no lid for that. The lid is the bottle lid, the one on top, the plastic shell. So if you want to bottle that again, you got to remove the plastic cap and put it on the fucking rum bottle. Just people, why? Todd, you are an idiot and your company is going down in flames. All you have left is doom. Wolfenstein is dead in the water. You are hemorrhaging money. How are you still afloat?
Jesus Christ.
No, you know what's also funny? There's actual talks of another lawsuit over this, one that could actually destroy the company because this is blatant false advertisement. Like, we're talking about the type of lawsuit that destroys the company forever.
Not only that, it's like repetitive false advertisement.
Yeah.
And it gets worse and worse each time.
It's like I'm waiting for the announcement that Bethesda for false advertisement. I'm waiting for that. Like any goodwill I had toward Bethesda is gone, just poof, evaporated. I am now a firm fan of Obsidian and their future upcoming games because fuck it. At least they actually treat people with respect. God damn it. Oh my god, by the way, but what?
I'll try and get a link to this for you to see.
Right
Keep
back.
going.
By the way, they had plans to not only release Nuka, but there was even talks about releasing more adult-themed items with it, including a what is it? A T-shirt that says Nuka-Cola Dark or Nuka Dark. Cups, glass cups, a flask, and a lighter, all that had the Nuka-Cola Dark branding on it. Calling it now, it's never gonna fucking happen. Exactly. Howard intensifies.
I like this. I'm just enjoying these Todd memes because they shit on him in the best of ways.
Yeah, I agree with this one. Did you know gaming? Todd memes are the best part of E3 every year. Exactly. This guy is an idiot, and he deserves everything he gets.
The only reason I'm not sharing them on the stream is because I don't want to. I'm finding my own personal enjoyment out of this. I still want Skyrim.
It's just I'm just so fucking tired, and I'm angry. Like I'm a happy angry right now. And we ain't even halfway through tonight. Just tonight's been just filled with joy and anger and
like it starts out joyful and then goes to anger.
Exactly. It's like someone just what is it? It's like a thermos. Someone is slowly spinning that thing in the background and we don't see it. But you see it in our attitude.
Very much so. It's like all the joy and happiness is just draining every time we see Bethesda in the lineup. Just Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't get any better with age.
I think we should move on to another piece of shit.
No, I'm calling it now. Within the next 2 weeks or so, there's going to be another Fallout 76 issue, and we're going to be back here again.
Oh, I should probably say this before we move on. I've been watching Dernivere in our chat. Not, well, our chat, but in the group chat. I've been watching him play Fallout 76, and he has now become a cannibal meme. So any pun or joke you can think of that involves cannibalism, send them my way so I can send them to him, because they are absolutely hilarious. Because he is the cannibal of his little group, and then his his friend is a naked woman with a shovel. So he either unburies his next meal or hides the evidence. Is hilarious. I just love that they've included that for Fallout 76.
Oh god, you know it. You know it.
Like,
all right,
I have said that if there's ever a video game where I can play a character who's a cannibal and not have any like negative side effects, I will be the cannibal of the group, and you better be careful if you die.
Now I'm going to eat you. No.
Like, what was funnier is that every time he would eat a person, it would be crotch or ass first, just by the way the ragdoll fell.
Like, let's get the worst parts out of the way first.
Okay, now we can move on.
All right. So again, tune in next week when another 6 issue occurs, and we will be there to cover it.
Oh yeah.
Because fuck it, they can't stop. All right, let's move on. So on to our next angry bit, and that is Blizzard working together with Twitch to have people's game libraries removed from Activision Blizzard's little roster.
What?
Yeah, so let me see if I can find it again. Because there was like talks that wasn't real, and then Let's see, Blizzard. Games, Twitch. Let's see. Well, it's unclear as of right now. But basically, or I can't really remember it off the top of my head, which, again, so everyone take this with a grain of salt from me. Basically, Blizzard doesn't want people interacting with their chat if the chat's being negative or whatever, instead of doing, but not in the sense of like negative as in like people are saying like things that shouldn't be said on Twitch. No. More like what Activision Blizzard doesn't personally like. That's what it is. And so they don't want their influencers, their Twitch supporters or whatever, interacting with the chat, not even to say, hey, stop it, or dude, that's not all right. No. They want you to just ban people without even so much as a warning. And then immediately, if you don't do that and you actually interact with the chat in any way, you lose your games, basically. That is what they're doing now.
Wow.
Yeah. And they're working with Twitch for some reason.
That's wow.
So I guess it goes without saying we are never going.
You're what?
No, we're never going to play any Blizzard-related games on the show now. Because fuck them.
Well, we stopped playing games on the show in general. Like today was the only
Yeah,
exception because you
that's-
had technical issues. But either way,
that's the joke.
I know. I'd still play like Blizzard games. Like I have friends, people in the group chat who are also moderators, and they're the only people I'd be interacting with.
Oh no, that's fine. Like you can play it on your own time. It's just don't stream them, or else Blizzard's just gonna basically steal your games because fuck you, give us money.
Sure.
And it's just people, and this is the thing. Ever since Diablo Immortals and Activision's slow infiltration of Blizzard has been occurring, you can feel the effects everywhere. People are just suffering left, right, and center. We're talking about like Blizzard basically is telling him, and I'm not joking, by the way, about this either. They have actually come out and have been telling their employees, hey, we're going to pay you an entire month's salary if you quit our company. We're not going to pay you after that again. It's just this is a one-time payout. We're still getting rid of you, by the way. You're no longer going to be working for us. But hey, we're giving you an advance on your bonus, I suppose. You know your company's in trouble if your CEOs are asking you to leave the company.
Yeah,
You know
that's a warning of shit is about to hit the fan. Get out.
And not only that, but apparently, again, they're asking people to willingly quit their jobs for the sake of keeping the company alive, which also will affect everybody else who's not working there anymore, by the way. Because now you're putting, more work on your fellow or former coworkers now because you had decided to leave.
That was like the one regret I had when I quit my job. I had to leave my job. Like, pressure at home was really starting to get me down, and also I wasn't really working very much because it's a movie theater. Our biggest time of the year is summer because that's when all the good movies are out. But like every other time of the year, the people that stand at the door and tear your tickets and tell you where to go, they're not working. But they are being paid to go to the meetings that happen once a month. So I was being paid to go back to work just to hear the updates. But I walked out during Christmas when all the big movies in 2016 were coming out,
Mm.
and
But
I
yeah,
felt
but
bad about it.
yeah, but that's my point. It's like Activision has basically destroyed Blizzard, and I know our Liam has argued with me before, and he said, no, Blizzard's still Blizzard's like, defending the company, and fine, he has the right to believe that. But the truth of the matter is, Activision killed Blizzard effectively, and it's starting to show now. We're starting to see the effects of what Activision's actions are doing to games like like Destiny, now Blizzard. You see where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for fuck's sake, Diablo Immortals, do we need to talk more about it? The iPhone game, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
It's just, you see where this is going. And now it's just affecting everyone. And honestly, if this is the case, like I said, I've said this before, I'll say it again. 2018, and now into 2019 is the year of implosion, where companies basically are just destroying themselves for the sake of greed. And they're not stopping to think of, wait a minute, this is going to kill us. Maybe we shouldn't destroy our own source of revenue. But no, they don't think about that now. And so they destroy themselves. Plain and simple. And now with this whole Twitch thing and them trying to streamline and pick the ones who are more, susceptible to their influences versus those who are free thinking. Again, I think now is the time to just leave Blizzard,
Mm-hmm.
Like, and this is going to spill into World of Warcraft. I think this might be what finally kills the ancient MMO. Not wishing it, mind you. I'm saying this might be what causes it, and it seems to be the case.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tragedy all around. Let's move away from this. Now it's getting to
All I can say is we'll have to wait and see what happens. It's very likely, but at the same time, you never know.
Yeah. So let's get into what I'm now enjoying most, and this is Soldier Boy and his bootleg fucking Wii. Oh man,
This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
I'll break it down then. So basically, a little while ago, Soldier Boy. By the way, I'm not going to say his name, quote unquote.
Oh yeah, I've never
Soldier
said
Boy,
his
and
name.
I refuse. Yeah, I refuse to use the Soldier Boy. No, it's like fuck you, man, fuck you. But no, basically, what happened is that a little while ago, I think about a month or so back, maybe two, Soldier Boy had recently found I believe was Korean made, I think, or some a big heavy bootleg nation place like Taiwan or something like that. I'm not sure. And basically, what happened is that he found a bootleg version of the Wii, very small, very compact. Oh, sorry, not just the Wii, also a Game Boy DS kind of gaming system. And so he was like, "Oh shit, hey, this looks cool. I think it was either he bought the rights off of it or just stole the bootleg device to begin with. It's one or the other. I can't remember which one it was. But he basically does that. He slaps his name on the console. And I'm not joking. He actually slapped his name onto these things. I'm even going to look it up real quick. Hold on.
Soldier
Here.
Wii. That just sounds weird. Soldier Wii. Oh crap! I just know something.
What?
My MP3 player wasn't plugged in,
Oh no.
so my little Avara is not in the corner. Fix that.
Let's see. Right. So this is the handheld he of the handheld console he wanted, or he owns in quotes. That is a Nintendo Advance, or a Game Boy Advance, basically. And what was it? And his knockoff Wii. Like, I'm trying to find a good image of oh, here we go. And the one on top is the Wii he tried to pass off. Now, both of these things had his name literally printed on the back of them, like in some really nasty, disgusting sort of font, by the way, like obnoxious white purple kind of shit. And
Is
of
it in
course,
Comic Sans?
I don't know. I actually can't find a good image with the fucking Soldier Boy thing. But basically, he does all this, right? And to begin with, like nobody would care if he buys the rights to a shitty, knockoff console. I'm pretty sure other people have done it. And hey, maybe his name could be popular. No, you know what got people, and not even angry, just worried for the guy? That he was actually selling Nintendo games, retro games, on these fucking things. But here's the thing. He didn't get permission from Nintendo to. He just did it anyways, and his justification is, well, other gaming consoles can do that, so why can't I? Motherfucker, because people talk with Nintendo and give them a small fortune to do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so people got worried for Soldier Boy, because let's face it, it's like all those drugs have probably fried his brain. I mean, have you heard how the...
I don't care at all.
He talks...
He had one song that was played on repeat on the radio. That's all I know him for, and then I don't care.
And then we tune down. No.
Yeah.
No, basically, he'll start talking, he'll start talking, he'll go...
You
and then
cut out.
He'll start talking typical, rap lingo, whatever. And then he'll stop and pause mid-sentence, and then you see his eyes kind of go up into the air for a second, like looking for a sign from God. And it's clear that his mind isn't, like, functioning. Like, he can't process things on the fly. And that is a clear sign of, like, either... I personally believe that he's done drugs, because you can, that's a typical sign that you do too many drugs, your mind just kind of goes...
Yeah.
May stop having higher thought processes. I mean, look at poor Ozzy Osbourne, for God's sakes.
Oh, God.
That he's fried. And I feel so terrible for the guy. Really.
Yeah, but at least with Ozzy Osbourne, he's getting better, somewhat.
Oh, yeah.
The lead singer of Aerosmith is just as bad. Like, oh my God. Apparently, he was listening to the radio with the rest of his band, and an Aerosmith song came on, and he's listening, and he goes, wow, these guys are really good. I hope they get a contract. And the drummer looked at him and goes, motherfucker, that's us. Like, his brain was so fried, he doesn't remember anything.
Yeah, and I feel so terrible for him, too. It's like, I know he's a prick, but at the same time, it's like...
Yeah.
Like, dog, you just feel sorry for the thing. Okay, so, by the way, as this is happening, people began to tweet at Soldier Boy, telling him, hey, dude, you gotta stop, or seek legal advice, yada, yada, yada. Motherfucker decides to be a prick about everything and started tweeting them back. And I can't, in fact, I have his tweets right here.
Oh boy.
So, by the way, he deleted these just to save face. It's so funny. So this is the first one when people were telling him, "Hey, don't do this. Nintendo's going to sue you." This is what he said. You know what? I'm even going to read this out so people can hear this. Soldier Boy says, "That thinks Nintendo is going to sue me. You're retarded. Nothing's going to happen. Everything's legit. My console ain't going anywhere. Trust me."
This is the problem of when you become famous while you're young.
Mm-hmm. So then he sends out a string of tweets. I'm just going to post that to you right here. And I don't know how these tweets usually go. Okay, so I guess, okay. So he says this first. Nintendo ain't gonna do shit. If Nintendo was gonna, for fuck's sake, man, learn how to spell. If Nintendo was gonna do something, they would have the first day. My console's not going anywhere. Everything I'm doing is 100% legit. Stay mad and I'll keep getting richer. It's so funny y'all don't know how business works, Lamo. Nothing is going to happen. Why y'all bitching about other companies selling consoles? Y'all don't want to see a black man get money, Lamo trying to stitch on me, but I'm not doing nothing wrong. Haha, eat a dick. We're at 5 million in sales. Y'all don't scare me. I'm Soulja Boy foe.
That means fool. Oh my god, that right there just proves it. That right there just proves it.
Oh god.
When
It's
you
so
become
funny.
famous while you're young, you don't realize your own mortality, like in anything really. You don't realize that that's not how the world works. You're not invincible, both in the sense of selling video games and your own physical body.
Mm-hmm. It gets better. So after all this shit happens, and he bragged and he did all that, he gets sued. Nintendo basically said, "Okay, we see your challenge, and we see that. What was it? That 5 million you
Yep.
raised from your illegal sales? Yeah, we're going to take that now. Get ready to spend about a good chunk of that hiring lawyers, dumbass."
Yeah.
And immediately when this has all happened, people just started to meme the ever-loving fuck out of the guy. And you know what? I got to say this, and I want this exact voice clip to Soldier Boy. If anyone's out there, please do this. Hey, Soldier Boy, karma's a bitch, ain't it? Yeah. Ah, man, I just love it. I love man who thinks they're hot shit and is being a complete shit about everything and to everyone, and they get just completely destroyed. Ah, it's just amazing. Oh, well, I can't wait to see the fallout of this. Because let's face it, the guy was floundering to begin with. Like, he's made money off of the shitty raps he's made, but he's flatlined. In fact, he was, what was it? He was so desperate for money that he was actually planning on making an esports team to play Fortnite. He wasn't going to play in it. He was going to get a team so they would make him money.
Oh.
In fact, even the video that showed him talking, and he's not even like in a VIP line for a private jet. No, he's in a line for a public jet, probably not even in first class. And his bodyguard's just standing there like, why am I protecting this dumbass?
Like, again, he made like what, 1-2 good songs that everybody remembers?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. He's a 2-hit wonder.
And like I said, I wanted to be a bit more mean with this plan. Like I said, the whole failed rapper a bit, but that seems a bit too mean. Oh well. See you in court, Soldier Boy. See you in court.
I can't wait to hear how this turns out.
You know he's gonna lose like crazy.
Hmm. Like
All
Nintendo
right.
has like a whole army, a whole legion behind them.
Mm-hmm. And
Especially now that they've
you
come up with a new Super Smash Bros. They
oh
definitely have a legion behind them.
no, they have a legion of money behind them,
Mhm.
and they just need to wait and use that money to buy the most expensive lawyers to bury Soldier Boy. And you know that's gonna happen.
Yep.
All right, let's move on, I suppose. And to our, I guess this is more or less it's more of a personal piece, I suppose, and that is the recent rise of the no-faced badasses.
This is one we were supposed to do last week, but I took too long during the break.
Mm-hmm. That is fine, I'll say. So, as everyone knows, it's been a tumultuous time, and thanks to the games such as Doom, bringing back the badass power armored Marines, I've noticed that there's been a subtle increase of just fully decked out guys in just suits of combat armor. And I'm not talking like the Iron Man sleek design. No, I mean like full on heavy military gear kind of badassery. And I've noticed this, and I'm curious to know what sparked this sudden interest. Was it really Doom 2016 that revived the concept, or has this been something that's been slowly building up in the works?
I don't know.
Well, again, to me, I feel like this has been a slow cycle with everything in popular media. When you've done everything, you go back to what's retro and what was popular at the time, and you revise it. And when you do that, it comes to some rather startling and unexpected results, and in a good way, I should say.
Mhm.
I mean, the obvious example people point out like crazy is, you have Doom and then you have Goblin, two guys in completely decked out suits of armor, just killing shit and almost invincible while doing it.
Almost.
Please note, please note, I am not a fan of Goblin, nor will I ever be for various reasons. It's like, again, I've said this once and I'll say it again. Invincible dude you are. The moment you start killing kids, I'm ripping your head off and
Oh
mounting it
yeah,
as a
yeah,
trophy.
definitely. No, that's a no. That is a no. That is where I
Yeah,
draw the line.
same.
So, Dead by Daylight?
Yeah.
Snow likes to try and see what killer each person would be like. And she compared me to the Huntress, a
Okay.
insane woman who locks up young children, like little girls, in her basement until they starve to death because she doesn't know how to take care of them. Why is that me?
I don't know. I
That is
wish
a
I knew, but I
definite
don't.
no. I would sooner kill the Huntress than do that.
Agreed. Yeah, I guess you could say good intentions, poor execution.
Heavily, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But no. What I feel like is that 2016 kind of brought a resurgence in the no-face badasses, I think. Again, not only that, but you also had like Dark Souls characters. They're always just perceived in just full-on helmets, doing semi-impossible shit. Even Mass Effect Andromeda, to some extent, has a similar. Like, I noticed that the armor designs were lent more towards heavy-duty armor, combat sort of thing, more so. I mean, yeah, it was still the same sleek kind of design, but it still had um, it still lent itself to like a heavier heavier design and armor, I should say.
Edward. That's the only exception, Edward.
Yes, and then you have Edward. Edward just being Edward. That fucking bean. But no, in my opinion, I think the whole no-face badasses thing has been something that's been going on for a good while now. It's just the popularity of the characters hasn't been in the full forefront as of late. And I think it's more to do like there are eras where these guys pop up once every generation or so. You know, you've got like Samus Aran, the guy in the Crisis suit, Isaac Clarke, Master Chief. You know, you got these individuals who are recognizable because you don't think of the faces underneath the armor. You think of the armor and you think that's them. You know?
Mm-hmm. You think of the armor and you think of the actions they have done without even revealing their face.
Well, in the case of Chief, yeah. But in the case of like the others, you know, even Samus to some extent does show her face, but that's only after everything's been said and done. And yet you still get that sense that this armor belongs to Samus. This armor is Samus. Or this armor is Master Chief because he's done so much impossible shit.
Yep.
But by that same token, I've noticed that there was, for a while, there was a shift away from, you know, the traditional heavy armor look, like what Master Chief had, and more, let's make everything look more like, oh God, what's the word? Make everything look more like Iron Man. You know, a very sleek, body-hugging design. You know, gone are the days of the bulky armor look. Now you've got just, you know, this going on. It's like, to use Big Hero 6 for an example. Imagine if Baymax was redesigned to look like Iron Man. You know, just very thinned down.
That's before or after the armor?
After the armor.
Yeah, his armor is actually thin.
I mean, like, even thinner than that.
Right.
Like, just try to make it, okay, take that off.
Like, get rid of the balloon on the inside and just attach his head to the armor.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like, make the armor even thinner than what it is already. Like, the armor to begin with is like sort of, it gives the illusion that he's very muscular. Now take that and just thin it down even more so he looks more like a human being in armor.
Oh.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. And that's what I kind of noticed. And like Halo is the perfect example. After Halo Reach, the armor focus moved away from realistic realistic space combat armor to wannabe Iron Man. Like, in fact, I'll just show an example. So I'll just pick a Halo Reach armor, just a lo loco. Sorry, crazy. So, oh, actually, no, I don't even need to. There's actually a perfect before and after design. So the one on the left is a Reach Spartan, and the one on the right is a Halo 4 Spartan.
Wow, amazing graphics.
It isn't just that. As you can see, the armor for the Spartan is bigger, you know, bulkier. It's designed to protect.
Cat,
right?
no, go away.
No.
My cat is right next to me.
Poor thing.
She knows she's not allowed down here.
Like, just grab the bowl of catnip and just throw it at the other end. Right. So as you can see, the Reach armor, it's designed to look like armor, right? It's supposed to protect, and you can see how bulky it is too. Like, there's layers, there's padding, yada yada yada. Now compare it to the Halo 4 armor to your right. Look how open that is. Look how little there is to protect the body. And look how thin it is in comparison.
Huh.
Yeah. By the way, there is a. I hate to say this, but people don't like the Halo 4 because there is no crotch plating. Well, that's the joke. People call like every armor before Halo 4 and 5, they called the crotch parts of it the space diaper. And of course, people are like, "Give us back our space diapers, damn it!" And people even point this out as well, that the Halo 5 and 4 armor has an ass plate. I'm not joking. There's a plate that covers your ass. Great. Why doesn't it cover the front bits? It's just, why? Why would you do this? But this is the point I want to point out here, is that Halo had a very obviously designed, heavy, very centralized combat armor that incentivized the concept, you are a badass. Here, excuse me, here is your badass suit of power armor. Now go hit something. And yet, as the years went by, and people were like, oh, we like Iron Man. We like the sleeker, more hugging design of spacesuits. And then they just kind of ran with it. And it's like, oh, shit. And even now, people don't like it. They're like, no, give us back the cool, badass armor. We enjoyed that more.
Wow.
Yep. And that's what I feel is what's happening. It's like, I think what's happening now, the badass armor and badass characters, is due to the fact that people are just tired of the constant, sleek, everyone can do it design of armors and characters as of late. And what I'm saying is that there's now more of a focus of people wanting the one guy that can actually take on an entire army and looks the part for it, versus the average Joe who just takes whatever kind of armor he gets and just does it in the most impractical way ever. I mean, me personally, I like it when there is a badass of enemies, but I also enjoy it when people can actually fight and don't need to depend on the guy. He's just a boon to their quote unquote struggle, if that makes any sense.
Dumb question.
Shoot.
Would Serious Sam count in all this?
Technically, no, because we see his face.
Yeah, but
And
he still runs along the same principle of he's nearly invincible, and he can do a lot more than what the usual characters can do.
I guess we could say he does.
He's a pseudo faceless badass.
Yeah, because that could also extend. Also, they have a face. We see their face all the time.
Well, actually, in the early games, you never knew what he looked like exactly unless you looked at the cover art or played multiplayer. Otherwise, you never knew what he looked like.
I'm free, man. Sorry.
Until Battle for Earth came around, then you saw his face all the damn time.
Well, you got those as well, and I guess it also more like a joke as of late. Yeah, I said it.
We didn't even catch that. You cut out.
I said, I suppose even Duke Nukem would then count, but he's more of a joke as of late.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think he should count.
No, he doesn't.
He's more like, I'm here and I'm a capable guy, but like compared to like
I hate to shit on the guy because like he's actually a really cool guy. He's the Jesse Cox of the badasses.
He's there for comedy.
Yeah, he's there as joke. He's there for the joke. I mean, he still gets the job done. but he doesn't really count.
Yeah, that's about right. And yeah, like I said, it just feels like as of late, there's been more of a focus of just having people, very important characters, villains and heroes, constantly armored. You'd never see their faces. And like Phasma, for example, you don't see her face in Star Wars, even though she gets owned twice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people still love her just because of the armor.
Exactly. I mean, Phasma is incompetent to the extreme. I'm not hating on, but again, and this goes back to.
But let's be honest. If you were just about anybody and you saw that shiny armored stormtrooper approaching, would you be scared?
Honestly, no, because that armor screams, "I'm too important to be in battle." If it was scuffed up and more, less shiny, ironically, then I would take them as a threat. But that's just me personally. Again, it's like a guy getting putting on armor that's never been scuffed up or damaged, and you expect to take him as a serious. What is it? No, sorry. Actually, Rex puts it best. He's shiny. His armor is shiny and new, just like him.
Hmm.
It's like a polite way of saying you're green. Sure, I'm standing on. Yeah, that was a bit mean, and I don't care. But yeah, no, Phasma to me just doesn't. Boba Fett and Mandalorians, they scream badass because you see how dinged up their armor is. And you get this sense of, okay, they've seen shit. I'm probably not going to be able to stop them. I'm screwed. Phasma's only intimidation factor is she's a giant, and that's it. Sorry, I'm just kind of thinking about that now. The whole bit of look out for the giant with a shotgun.
Well, you laugh, but there are those giant frogs in EDF with shotguns.
Exactly. Exactly.
What was worse is that when you shoot off their limbs regrow. But if you shoot off the limb that has the weapon, somehow the weapon regrows.
Because why not? But yeah, overall, there is. I want to believe that the concept of no-faced badass is returning, and people are more like, you know what? Yeah, let's keep going with it. That's what I think. At least in most common terms. Also, I found this, and I find it incredibly adorable.
Oh boy. Here we go.
And it's just it's a harmless comic.
I don't get it.
So the girl at the bottom, who's happy, she's from Halo 5, Veronica Dare.
Oh.
And no, sorry, not Veronica Dare. Val or something like that. And of course, I'm guessing in the comics, she's supposed to be a fan of Samus due to her helmet's design. Samus is like, sure, I'll sign it. And in the background, you have Shepard teasing Doom Guy with Isaac Clarke just standing there. Yeah, but yeah, I like I said, I feel like badass armor is slowly, coming back, and people are just more like, hey, let's the armor actually can hold their own in a fight, Not Mary Sue-ish style. I mean, like you actually see them getting dinged up, and they're like, "Yeah, let's keep going." All right. Anything you want to add to that?
I still love Serious Sam. I'm never going to change from that. I love Serious Sam. Won't ever be able to play it, but I love it.
No, like I said, the fourth one is being made by, so hope for the future.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. I guess we can move on to. This is the one I've been waiting for most, and that is talking about Seed of the Dead. Where to begin with this? So, have you ever heard of this before?
No.
Oh, jeez. So, Seed of the Dead was a Halloween game that came out last year, roughly. Not last year as in like 2016, 2017. No, I mean last year as in 2018. And basically, it is Left 4 Dead, but with anime girls and sex. Lots and lots of sex. So basically, you play as. They don't even give your character a name, I think. So people just kind of invented their own, like Rock McHardass or something like that. I don't know.
God. I love those old cheesy names.
Yes, but basically, you play as just this generic no-face guy, which is
What?
sorry. You play as a guy who basically looks like a generic anime, the typical like gay porno-looking fellow. And I say that because the stereotypical triangle chin and yada yada yada. And for some reason, his hair is not. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So someone called him, and I quote: when I saw the review for the game, the guy decided to name him, and I quote, Chad Thundercock. I love it. It's amazing. But yeah, there's even a little image of the guy.
That's where the whole Chad meme came from.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, so that's what you look like in game, I suppose. Yeah, the stereotypical anime, no eyes can be seen because of the bangs.
Oh my god.
It looks creepy, doesn't it? But so yeah, so you got that, and you got girls that fight with you that all look like they just walked off of the set of an incredibly cheesy porno. And I mean it. So these are them. Again, we're not showing anything because God, we'd be so screwed.
Oh my god, that's not how boobs work. That's not how clothes work either.
That's not how boobs work. That's not how clothes work. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, so these are the three titular characters you with during your zombie outbreak scenario. Now, I want to point this out.
Why are their necks so freaking long?
I don't know.
Like I love the gimmick of a tiny Japanese character carrying a giant gun, but dear God, lady.
Holy giraffe neck Batman. But right, so basically there's another problem with the game, and that is all the monsters look realistic, but you and all the girls are anime cartoonish, and it stands out like nobody's business. And I mean it. Like the zombies look like something out of. There's demons for some reason, I don't know. And then you have these characters. And they look so out of place.
This is straight up like somebody modding Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Like my favorite Left 4 Dead 2 and Left 4 Dead 1 gamer is Killplix and Friends. I absolutely love his channel. He's great at what he's doing. and he mods Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, so he is a one of the bikini ladies from Dead or Alive with guns. And it's the most
Jesus.
noticeable thing ever. Like, oh my god.
Even your character, when he's holding, you can tell that the character and the gun model are not the same, and it's distracting. So let's get into what exactly happened. So basically, you go through level shooting zombies, but at the end of every level, you get to have sex with one of the three characters.
Boo.
Not by choice, mind you. It's more like one will pick sex at random. I don't know, or set character, set sex, whatever. So then, you progress through the game like that. However, you heal them by also having sex with them.
What?
Yeah, exactly. For some reason, this is the healing system. You fuck to come back to life, effectively. I don't know why. I don't know why this is a thing.
There's a tank bearing down on us. Hold on, let me stick my dick in you real quick.
Exactly, but basically.
What?
And this is how it goes throughout most of the game.
I gotta find this
keep
on
them
Steam.
alive.
Is this on Steam?
It is on Steam.
Oh my god, like Steam recently passed something where you can't have sex in your video games. That's not allowed.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it. So, Seed of the Dead Steam. No, not stream, Steam.
No.
I don't want to go to. What's that nude streaming site you can do now? I forget. It's like Bitcoin, BitChute, something like that. Yeah, here we are. Seed of the Dead on Steam, which is currently selling for $15. And its review is very positive. Actually, let me see the Steam reviews real quick. Okay, here we go. What's better than porn? Porn where you can listen to Hotline Miami and not to feel out of place. Jerk off to this game.
Oh my god.
Another one has a lot of potential. Could be the best game ever if the controls are a little bit better and multiplayer mode so we can play with friends.
Oh no.
Interesting concept. Needs multiplayer support to make it last longer so that it gets quickly. Jesus. Better than Left 4 Dead. Oh, yeah. So if anyone wants to go play this game, it's on Steam for $15. Oh, there's even a mature content description.
Oh my god, no.
No, this game has the following fictional expressions: foul language, blood and gore, sexual activities by male ex-female, sexual activities for HP recovery skill, male character with large sexual organs, aphrodisia virus.
Oh.
Oh god. Support. Go buy this game if you want to have a laugh. This game is marked adults only. Oh,
I have actually discovered one thing, people. You're gonna have to search for it through your browser because I can't find it through Steam itself.
Yeah, you have to look through.
Yeah.
It's one of those hidden games.
Yeah, like the original Skyrim, which I want for my birthday still.
Oh, jeez, but no. So that's the game, and the guy who reviewed it did like a quick plot summary. So I have no idea what the fuck is going on. But apparently, at the very end, for some reason, your head explodes. Like the male character's head explodes for some reason to save the three girls who are currently being decontaminated with the virus and / getting a cure. So then you die and you think, oh, so this is how the game ends. No, Somehow they managed to save you. I'm guessing by cloning and or repairing your head somehow. I don't know. And so you are rewarded with having sex with all three of them in some incredibly terrible hotel room. And yeah,
What the fuck?
it is an odd game.
I'll say.
It's again, it's on Steam for $15.
Yeah. Enjoy that.
enjoy,
Enjoy
that. Play
that
with friends.
gem?
Hmm?
Is it? Would that even be qualified as a gem? I don't think so. It's like a nightmare.
It really is.
But hey, if you need a quick fap, just play this game for 2 minutes.
Or invite your friends and then question.
And then question
Life.
what and question your life.
Exactly. Just oh my god.
Like,
you know what?
listening to you describe this game, all I can think of is that one moment from Sonic 06 for the Game Grumps. That very iconic moment where Aaron loses his fucking mind. I had to be careful watching that video because JonTron's voice still hurts my ears.
Oh, but that's still the point I want to say. It's just this game was like honestly this entire game, the way it just sounds like this started off originally as some slutty anime, the typical porno anime, whatever you want to call it. And then someone just gave up halfway through and said, you know what, let's make it a game instead. And they never looked back. Or actually, maybe this will be the game that inspires the shitty porno afterwards. It can go either way. In fact, I can't wait for the sequel to this game. Seed of the Dead 2, Rise of Chad Thundercock. Jesus. It really does play like a poor man's Left 4 Dead. My face hurts. My face fucking hurts.
We're questioning everything right now.
We're questioning everyone and everything on. God. I guess this leads into the next one, which is Steam a good platform for upstarting game devs or a sinkhole? You tell me if Seed of the Dead can be put on the Steam marketplace.
Oh my god.
It's like I'm waiting for a serious answer to that.
I mean, to be honest, Discord's actually not doing too bad.
What, for like selling games?
Yeah, for having games on it. Yeah.
Again, I'd personally because it's something I trust more.
It's been around for a while, so you're more familiar with it.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable with it, and I think I'll stay with it for. Because fuck it. No, if we're taking this question seriously, I think Steam can be a good place for upstarting game devs, to make amazing games of that nature,
Yeah.
But the problem is there's just too many crappy asset flip games to be what's the word? That bog down the Steam experience. And it's quite sad, really. In fact, again, to quote the fat man himself, Jim Sterling, Steam is incredibly infested with asset flip and just incredibly shitty game developers who just put the bare minimum into their games and then say, it's done, and now I'll get tons of money from idiots.
And for the most part, they do.
Exactly, and it's it's sad because, and that's the other thing. Sometimes the asset flip games can work if the gameplay they're doing or using is worth it or is actually fun to play. Sometimes an asset flip game isn't a bad thing, mind you. It's just how you do it is the problem.
Uh, since we're winding down from a shitty Left 4 Dead like game, do you remember that game, Blood and Bacon? I think it was called.
Yes.
That actually had like Left 4 Dead assets ripped from it, which made it look really weird. Like everything about it was really weird, but it was fun. Weird
Yeah.
again, and very funny, but wow, it actually did pretty okay.
Yeah, and that's the point I'm trying to make. Sometimes a game isn't always a bad thing. It's just you have to put in the time and effort to make the game, work. And that's the unfortunate truth of the matter. But unfortunately, a lot of people will just throw a bunch of assets into a game, use the bare minimum coding, and then boom, done.
Certain types of games actually do like really, really well. Like they're actually quite popular. Is pixel-based ones. The RPG maker kind of games. Those ones are really good because it's not something you can just half-ass most of the time, unless you're like making a fan game from Markiplier. Then it's really weird.
Yes.
But those games are very popular because it takes so much time and effort to make them that you really can't make them shitty.
Exactly. It usually, anyways.
Again, with the exception of like Markiplier and his friends. Like
exactly.
one of the best games I have ever seen from like the from the RPG maker was both Fly Me to the Moon, which was absolutely beautiful, and Jacksepticeye's game. The one that the fans made for him.
All right.
And I'm not talking like one or two fans, like the entire community worked together for that one. It was really, really good.
Yeah, but that's the point I'm trying to make. I wanted to point. He had an encounter with what's the word? With an asset flipper, and the most famous one or infamous one is Digital Homicide Studios, and basically they stole and just reused assets from just a lot of shitty and terrible games, and it led to what's the word I'm looking for? It just led to a gigantic and a pool of just mediocrity to the point where it pretty much could have buried other more interesting and impressive games,
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing about Steam. You've only got a small window to make a first good impression to the audience. And that's the unfortunate truth of the matter. And when you got other games like infesting the Steam marketplace, shitty, incredibly lackluster games, of course people are going to be like, no, I'm quite done with this, or people lose interest effectively, and that's the unfortunate truth.
Another thing is, there are so many games being released on Steam so quickly over the course of like minutes or hours that by the time your game has finally gotten through the process of being accepted into the Steam store, it's already buried within like 2 minutes.
Exactly.
So it would take like somebody searching something specific for them to find you, or like for them to have a specific recommended to find your game.
Also the case. And honestly, in my opinion, like I said, it's just a matter of, I think, in my personal opinion, you have to wait and you have to plan out when a release should occur. In my opinion, I think you should release a game when it's a slow month and or season, and then jump in. I think that's how Toby Fox managed to get Undertale, survive the initial minutia, I suppose, and actually make it on Steam. And it isn't just him. It's like there are others out there who go through these same trials and tribulations. And I do feel so sorry for those people who, who spend years, maybe even decades, making a game, only to have it just be squashed on Steam because a tidal wave of incredibly crappy games overdid everything, and that's it. You're just screwed now.
What's worse is that there are sometimes when you release a game, you're going to have that one neckbeard in the review saying, "Oh, it's just a copy of other crappy game," or "It's just a copy of really good game," and they don't really give it a chance.
Exactly. And it's an unfortunate state of what's the word? It's the unfortunate state of the world, I suppose, at least in Steam. And the problem has also been trying to clean up Steam's, green light and all these things. And that's been the big, what's the word? That's been the big issue, because people, like I said, people see Steam and making games as a quick get rich quick scheme, and they don't want to give that up. So they'll rush to, they'll actually, let me use this as an example. There was a group on Steam called YOLO Army, and their big gimmick was, we get more people through the Steam Greenlight system faster, and we're the ones who get the most successful things. And it turns out they did this by bribing people with keys for actually good games, and that's how a lot of crappy games got through the appeals process. And unfortunately, that's something I feel is always going to happen. There's always those ethically dubious individuals who will just rush in and seize an opportunity and then destroy.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, there's fixing Steam and getting good not monetization, and actually getting a good approval process is going to take more work and will probably be broken within minutes. And that's the unfortunate truth of the matter. I think you just need something that just constantly evolves with. Unfortunately, have to depend on good Samaritans to, help you and,
Yep.
Help the system along.
There's a group on Tumblr for the RPG Maker based games where they actually promote each other and they get the word out like, hey, this person made this game, watch the process of them creating it and then go play it yourself. And they'll even link it to the Steam page or to the Good Old Games page.
Right.
And a lot of the games that they make are beautiful and very well done. Just when I search on Steam, I don't find them.
And that's the unfortunate truth. Just boils down to figuring this out, or word of mouth, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a shame. It really is, because like I said, there's potential in a lot of these games, or individuals. And like I said, the gaming industry is so screwed over that going indie is the only way to really make a living in this industry anymore. And it's the unfortunate truth of the matter. Like I said, my heart goes out to those who actually put time and effort into their games, and always will. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say, if you are going to release a game on Steam, have people test play it first.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That is a definite. Have people test play it. Get their feedback. Listen to the feedback, because I know there are some developers who get feedback and they don't listen.
Yeah.
Listen to the feedback. Do test plays. If you post it on Steam, make sure you announce on whatever social media you have about your game. Like if you're on Twitter, make the Steam page link the #1 tweet on your page. I believe you can set that up if you're affiliated. For Tumblr, do the exact same thing. Just post the link to it every few days. I don't know anything about good old games. Also, like, I would actually suggest the Discord gaming library, because they are new and they don't have very many games. In fact, like the games they do have are really good ones. They have Warframe. They have Last Year the Nightmare. They have let me look at this. Wow. Oh wow, they do. They have the Duck game. They have that weird chef game. They have Inside, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, Darksiders 2, Seasons After Fall, that was good. Limbo, Tooth and Tail. They're actually becoming a new Steam. Granted, you have to like buy Nitro to actually get some of these games, but other than that, I would actually recommend attempting using Discord's store to put your game in. Mostly because it's not going to be buried.
Exactly, and that's the down Steam as a whole, the burying process, and it's an unfortunate truth of the matter. Sorry.
That's right.
But yeah, I believe that covers everything, at least in terms of what we want to say here, anyways.
That's all the topics, aren't they?
Yeah, for tonight.
Yep. We will be doing the Pokemon Gundam of the month next week, possibly.
Yep.
And,
All right. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for this has been Rev.
I don't know what I'll be doing on Saturday. It's my birthday on Saturday, by the way.
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep pressuring people to buy me fucking Skyrim because I really want to play it again. I got to level 40 and then the game disappeared. Oh, that took so long. Actually, not really. That did not take very long at all. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. As per usual, got to wait for the end because I always have something to say.
Fair enough. All right, this has been Rev, and I hope you all see you around.
Alright, now it's just me in the audience. I say this at the end of every stream. First and foremost, I try to stream every day. It's not been happening lately. Like during the winter break, I wanted to, but I realized a lot of people would be tired or be wanting to be with their friends and family, so I put it off. I try to stream every day. We are changing the schedule for the podcast. It's going to be earlier in the day than normal, as Rev has gotten a new job. Yay! So, on the West Coast, USA West Coast, it's going to start at 2 p.m. I believe that means on the East Coast of the USA, it's going to be 5 p.m. I don't really know time zones very well, so I'm not going to calculate the rest of that. You're going to have to figure that out on your own. Usually I am in a stream on Fridays with my friend Lycan, who I'm going to be hosting after this. Let me actually go to his stream page real quick. He's a great guy. Definitely support him. Subscribe to him. I'm trying to make this quick because I actually have to get up real quick. But yeah, I'm on his streams most of the time, so you can find me there. My schedule has been so messed up that I stream freely on Sundays, which I don't really care for, but it's gonna happen. And something tells me that my schedule is going to change again. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, because I have so much D&D going on during the weekends. Anyway, this is the part of the big spiel that I always do. In the description down below on YouTube and down below on Twitch, there is a link that keeps showing up, and there is a creeper face. They are both the exact same thing. Don't click on them. They don't do anything right now. They don't actually help. What does help is spreading the word, getting the links out there, letting people know that we are live. Let me just /host. I will see you guys on Sunday, hopefully, or next Thursday. We will see. Have a good night, everybody.